from 219. You could look that over.
I don't think the translator's name was S-U-Z. I thought it was another name to the, Lang, Tang. There was a
Well, originally, she was gonna be there.
Oh, she was gonna be, okay. Oh, that's 2-5. So 2-5, the
Yes.
translator was that woman, you're right. Well, adopt the agent. Oh, I see. Albert Kang, yeah, that's who represented him.
Yeah, that is Sue's husband.
Oh,
So, yeah, I figured as such.
Yeah.
What was the name, Keith, you asked him what
it's
company he
Winter
worked for?
Sweet.
Winter Sweet.
Is
And-
it S-U-I-T or S-W-E-E-T?
Yeah, I was thinking it was
S-U-I-T?
No, it's
No, it's
S-W-E-E-T.
Yeah, that's right.
So the other
But
thing
there's
is,
no
I found
space.
something though.
okay, is the name is wrong. Mr. Zhao. It's Z-H-A-O, not O-A, at least in, well, in some places, if you go back to the review, the site plan review, it's Z-H-A-O.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in here is Z-H-O-A.
oh, okay, well, that's wrong.
Well, the J.E. O'Donnell has somebody as the owner of the property too, and I gather that's who it was. And I forget exactly what the name is. We could
Well, no, it's
pretty
the same
look
name.
it up.
That's who shows up.
Yeah, Low.
Jan Bo Zhao.
On MMS, well, I'm gonna make a motion to accept the minutes with the correction.
Okay,
On the last part, MMS, motto doke, to deny application, the vote was unanimous,
Yes.
7-0.
It was missing the vote totals.
Okay, can I make a suggestion? Do you want to just make the changes, or do you want to come back with the corrected changes, but with the name and everything else?
Okay, what was your change that you just made?
On the back page,
Second
It's
page.
missing the vote
listing the vote
total.
total right there, 7-0.
What? Okay.
For the denial up to the final conclusions.
Okay.
The third bold vote.
All right, so back over here,
Well, yeah.
Mr. Zhao's name on the notice of decision is what's spelled wrong,
Oh,
not necessarily the minutes, correct?
Hold on, I'll.
So
find it.
his name is, starting on number 5, it's Z-H-A-O, not O-A.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Several places in there.
Yeah.
Well, it should be OA.
okay, then it's
No,
wrong on the
wait,
site
wait,
plan
wait,
review.
wait. Is it O-A? No,
The
it's
site plan
A-A-O.
I'm gonna find out in a second.
No, I think it's A-O, that's,
Make sure
I won't say my
right
vast
on-
knowledge of
you got it
Chinese,
right
but I think it's
on,
A-O.
Site plan review.
I'm sorry.
Also down.
Vast knowledge of
No.
Chinese
I can't remember.
restaurants.
Yeah.
he's looking it up.
Further down, there's one too, at the bottom of that,
On the what?
Mr. Kane, there's about 4 places in that, under 5.
Yeah,
Yeah, because he's referenced, anytime he's referenced, this
yeah.
is OA, OA, OA. Yeah.
As I said, my vast knowledge of Chinese from Chinese restaurant menus. I think it's A-O.
Dear.
I have no idea how it's gonna go to J.E. O'Donnell.
Yes.
It's, actually AO.
A-O?
It is AO.
So it's proper in
it's
the
correct
site
in the-
plan review?
Yeah.
Right.
Notice of decision.
All right, so change his name
Yeah.
to A.
That's minutes.
I told you.
Okay, so what was,
Right after
Yeah,
one
50,
on
50
two.
chance.
Keith, what was your amended?
Okay, my amended motion is to accept the minutes
Yes,
with the
boy.
correction to
His name
name
spelling?
spelling and the final vote being 7-0.
On the deny
On the
application.
deny application.
Well, can I make a suggestion? That we take the concerns, we take out, are there any, when you say there were, okay. The concerns from the site visit with notice as follows. Are there any penalties for violations? I think we should take that out.
Oh, we did this.
It's in the minutes.
It's in the minutes, it's just that we discussed it,
Well, we discussed it.
and then we came up with an
And-
answer of no, or whatever.
Violations in the marijuana ordinance, that was kind of one of the gray areas, really hasn't been established,
Well,
right?
yes, but except one thing. While it hasn't been established, we are not the licensing authority.
Right.
Only the licensing authority could assess a violation,
And we're
a
discussing.
fine for a violation.
Just-
And that's the boy is upstairs, well, they're down here.
Well,
Yeah.
down
The
there,
boy,
different-
the boy and girls down here.
I brought this to the select board because they are the licensing
Right.
authority. And they never, it was asked if I was gonna charge a
Yes.
late permit fee. And I said no to one of the members. The reason being, it's $50 for a late permit fee.
Yeah, don't worry.
So, I
It's
think it's appropriate to leave it
$50.
in the minutes.
My
So
wife.
I didn't,
It's part
I
of
thought it would take longer and create more paperwork to charge a late permit fee, not knowing if they were gonna be permitted, and it was denied.
Sorry.
So they still look for, just a quick question, so they do look for a permit even after they've been denied by the planning board?
Well, that's why they came here.
Oh, okay, they got denied and then they came, okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Yes, everything's fine, it's the dog.
So my motion
You have a
stands.
motion on the floor.
Yep, my motion stands.
I second it.
HDRS,
Okay.
Thank you.
Any further discussion or questions? Yes, Gary?
Before we go forward, I've got to let you all know, I called up the representative Sue to ask her Friday if I could set up for an inspection with the fire chief, and they've decided since the planning board meeting 2 weeks ago, they're not gonna move forward, so. As
So
of
this
right,
is dead in the water.
dead in water.
they're giving up growing.
Yes,
Yeah,
with that
Through a
said,
permit.
through a permit.
right, with that
Thank
said,
you.
they can come back at a later
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Yeah.
After
all
Yeah,
right.
I'll have a
They-
com- I
they
have a
know
comment
what
on
they
that,
have
but
to
let's-
do.
let's
Then we
not
talk about
do it
motion.
yet.
Okay, and one other
It's been
thing
seconded,
before
yeah.
we go
Okay.
into the site plan review.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second. Any other comments or questions?
No.
All those in favor?
With changes
Unanimous.
noted, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and I'm going to still proceed with finding out if there's a working septic system there.
Good. Well, that's for the future, when the place gets bought.
Well, right now, they're living
Yeah,
there.
they live there. No, they're not.
No, they're not.
No, they are.
Well, maybe they're.
Maybe they are,
Let's put
maybe
it
they aren't,
like
I don't know,
that.
I go by, anyway, that's
I go
hearsay,
by,
so.
Yeah, both vans are there right now.
Are they there right now? Okay, well, there we
So
go.
then
With a
we
van
need to,
and an SUV.
yeah,
Then the
Yeah.
health inspectors, I mean, whoever our public health and safety inspector, I don't know, look at that.
well,
Really
I'm
starts
delegating
there.
that to the plumbing inspector,
Yeah, yeah.
sitting at the other end of the table.
I think I know him.
And technically, he kind of puts it onto the property owner, right?
Yes.
You know, you don't have.
It still has to have a
Scope
working
and a camera,
septic
no, the property owner's supposed to get that, and
Well, once it's been questioned, and it's been brought up into a question, it has to be answered.
Yeah.
Is there a working septic system?
And also,
Yeah.
the electrical probably should be looked at as well, the way it's wired.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably the health, I think the septic would be the main one, right, that public health.
Pass that
thing,
down,
right?
Gary.
Okay, so, site plan review. Even though they're not pursuing it, we have to.
We have to close the
We have to
matter.
close the matter, and let's go over that next.
17 has to be updated.
So, what do you see so far?
17 is the only thing I found.
17.
You said it does
Who's
not,
she?
Yeah, I said it does not.
and it's
does
because,
need.
does not mean because that we're worried about overflowing septic. That's from my notes. I don't remember.
No, I put it does not. I don't know.
How about we say, there are no obvious pollutants discharged, comma, but it is,
Questionable?
it is, the septic system is questionable.
Yep.
But we did say it does not.
and then we would say does not meet the review standard.
That's what we said.
We
Right.
said does not, insufficient
not.
knowledge of working septic
Septic system.
is exactly what we, yeah.
Okay. Do we have to make a motion to change that, or do we have to?
Well, I don't know.
That's what it was.
That's the only thing I saw.
This
Yeah,
6
everything
month-
else looked good, from what I saw.
But she's a
That's
sophomore.
the thing that's not good.
Did they fill it to somebody? Oh, okay.
Right, 'cause that's something on our conclusions anyway, so so it doesn't matter.
Gary, do you feel that they will come back?
At this point, no.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Well, that.
I would say it's a lot easier to do something in that place on the down low than it would be to get it up to.
Yes, but
Pod,
whoever
yeah.
does it on the down low should invest in carbon filters.
Right, so let's, can we, do we have to make any changes to this?
The only thing
There's
was
17.
17.
17, because the septic is questionable, rather than say does
And,
meet.
and electrical.
Well, we got that one.
Yeah, 5, 6, 12, 17, and 18 are what I've listed as
Right.
the denial reasons, whereas 17 says does meet. So it's-
Okay,
Really?
So with that change, make a motion to accept the
second.
Any other comments? All those in favor? Unanimous.
Yeah, I'd like to, just
Yeah.
continuing on that, I think that I would congratulate the planning board. I think we did a really good job on this. If you think about it, we have not had something like this before. I'm not talking about pot. We've really not had we've either totally rejected the site plan review, but this is the first time where we sort of rejected it, but said, fix this and you can come back. And I think there was no evidence of any bias, and, you know, we were friendly, no bias, and, yeah, fix your problem, and yet you meet the ordinance to do what you want in that building. So I think we did a nice job.
Oh, we did in the
I
scope
would
of
say
our-
stern.
Yep.
I would say stern.
I don't think we were stern, I think we were
Compliant.
we were pragmatic.
Yes.
No, we were just staying within our scope of what, I mean, I made
Yeah,
a couple
exactly.
of errors where I was like, oh, this is out of my scope, okay?
We stayed within our scope,
Yeah.
and we did what was required in a nice neighborly manner. So congratulations.
Okay. Next, we have actually, we skipped a step.
Oh,
Okay.
public meeting.
Public to speak on non-agenda items.
Nathan, you want to say anything? Okay, taking this to none.
Right.
Let's go moving on.
New business. Finalize the updates to the town Wilton zoning ordinance to provide the town's attorney.
One place to sleep. Ben, you had some
Add
issues.
2 items.
Right. And
So-
what about Kyle?
Kyle turned in his portion of it.
Yeah?
It's in the back.
Oh, so you want to do Ben's
Okay.
first?
Yeah, all right.
It's the very last page, it looks like.
Yeah, yeah, okay. Kyle, yeah.
That's his second edition.
Don't fib me.
I can tell you what.
Oh,
mine are.
oh. It was attached.
She's got it.
I got it. Thank you.
Okay. Go for it, Ben.
But I'm not sure where he started his page numbering. He says on page 72, 6.3. Well, the whole thing is only 78 pages. So I'm not sure where he started, how he got.
You want to do Ben first?
Sure.
And then we'll do Kyle, figure
He's
Kyle
president.
out. Maybe Kyle will show up.
No, he's
No.
not feeling good.
Oh.
He called me up today.
All right, 5.2 G3. So you should know that.
5.2
G,
G,
keep going.
G3, which is on page 23.
Is that right?
No, page 24, G3.
Hang on.
More, 24.
Hang on, let me make sure I get that right.
I got Gene 3 on 23.
Page 24, G3.
Yeah. So down at the very bottom, it says, such plan shall be approved or disapproved on the basis of conformance with good watershed management practice for domestic water supplies and shall be judged by the standards of this section 5.4. I have no idea what that's referring to. 5.4, if you look at 5.4, that talks about something totally different. And there's no 5.4 within G. So I don't know what that's trying to refer to.
That's a good catch.
Yeah.
So this was 5.4.
I'm looking at bottom 23, I'm not seeing.
Yeah.
24. Bottom one.
Bottom 24.
5.4 talks about entrances and exits to public ways.
Oh,
Is
geez,
there
yeah,
anything
that's
else
some
about-
miscrew stuff.
So I have no clue what that reference is to. I don't even know
Well,
where to
it
start.
has to do with timber harvesting near shoreland, and then
Yeah.
Wilton kinda gave it up and is now following along the state to regulate it.
There, page 24,
And-
plan required in watershed overlay.
Yeah, in the very last sentence. Well, just this standard section 5.4. So I don't know, there may be some other standards that it's trying to reference that maybe got renumbered somewhere along the road.
That, I'm looking back, and it looks like there's a 5.2, and then you go on pages 22 or 23. There's the G there, timber harvesting and clearing of vegetation for development. Now, that's where you,
Yeah, but where's 5.4? Or is there some, that's what I'm saying. It's referencing
What about
something.
6.4 submission requirements? I mean, could it be,
it could
instead
have
of
been something like
5.4,
that.
it'd be 6.4?
Well, I was looking for standards.
And if you keep, well, 6.5 is criteria, no.
Okay.
Because number
I
5,
had a
we talk
walk,
about
so.
surface water drainage.
Of this section, so it must be talking about that same section.
Well, maybe. You know, that's why I'm bringing it up.
Yeah, it should refer to some real location, or
Right.
we'll break AI, we don't wanna do that. Yeah, and 5.4, entrance and exits to public ways. That's a very, very short, it's like a one small little paragraph.
I mean, if you get rid of the 5.4, is it really referring to this section, meaning
Timber harvest.
timber harvesting? That was my fallback,
That's
Seems
what's
to be
most
what it is.
logical to me,
because all this is talking about.
is timber
Timber
harvesting and shoreland and the total points of the number of trees you can take and so forth, yeah. So,
Eliminating 5.4
would, and let it continue to
Just say
flow.
of this section.
of this section.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
You good with that?
Let's do that.
All right, so I make a motion that we basically just eliminate that 5.4 on 5.2 G3.
I'll second that.
And shit, well, let's finish the statement, though.
Such,
By
should
the
we approve this
standards
for,
of this section,
What was your
period,
section?
because
That's
you're
it.
gonna keep
Standards
going
of this
on.
section, period.
how about for domestic water supplies,
Okay,
period?
got it.
And take out, and
Take
shall
out
be
the
judged by the
3.5
standards.
words. Okay.
Right, because it says,
I
section
think by the
5.4.
standards makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it shows how the Wilton said 5.4, so yeah.
So my motion
These
is-
Second.
And seconded.
Okay.
any other discussion? All those in favor?
Who seconded that?
I did originally, but couldn't do
Let her name be on
I'll
there.
put Glenn. All right.
All right,
Less letters and don't.
all right, 5.2K, the other one that I had was 5.2K, and I'm missing my page that I gave you, Cindy, that had this. I forget which sub it is under K.
Roads and driveways? Is that?
Well, hang on just a second. Let me- There was a paragraph in there, I think it's K1, that's it. 5.2 K1, roads and driveways. If somebody can explain to me what the hell 1 is saying,
What do you mean?
it's extremely convoluted, and so I can't help any more than that, other than you know what I'm saying?
How about we split it up by doing 1A, B, and C into sections, so to make it less convoluted?
That might help.
Okay, so why don't you do roads and driveways as determined by the planning board, period. That becomes A. You follow me?
Yeah.
That first four lines?
Some of the English it treads on itself, so we'll just be careful with that. That's what I was running into.
I have it right here now, AI'd.
Do you?
Yeah.
How about,
I,
okay,
so one would be, A would be campground requirements, sites must have at least 5,000 square feet of land setback for.
Where are we?
Oh,
no, now you're
I'm
in
in the wrong
J.
one, sorry, I'm in the wrong one, I'm on
It's
the
okay.
wrong one.
Okay, how about, and then on the next one, B. If no other reasonable alternative exists, the road and/or driveway setback requirements shall be no less than 50 feet horizontal distance.
See, and then it goes on and on.
Yes,
and on and
horizontal
on.
distance, period. The applicant the applicant will need to show that appropriate techniques will be used to prevent sedimentation of the water body, tributary, stream, or wetland, period. Such techniques may include, but are not limited to, the installation of settling basement, the effective use of additional distance, so go from that.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
That makes it a little more palatable.
Yeah.
So that becomes B, okay? B becomes if no, you want me to send that again, Cindy?
Yep.
If no other reasonable alternative exists, the road and/or driveway setback requirements shall be no less than 50 feet horizontal distance, period. The applicant must show that appropriate techniques will be used to, and then go to the end where it says wetland, period, okay? Then turning that over, we go to C.
So you're gonna
Well, this
start
is
C
K,
with such
wait.
techniques.
Say that again?
On the top of page
Oh,
26.
Next, right.
All right,
Remember,
move
this
up
is
there.
this humongous paragraph, what?
We want to be careful. This is probably all based on shoreline zoning.
Right, well,
Yeah.
we're just breaking it up so it's
Breaking it.
palatable.
Yes, but we
English
still
palatable.
have to put in such
That would be
techniques.
palatable.
Isn't that C?
Such yeah, no, that's, okay, such techniques are included in B.
In B.
B
Okay.
starts, if no other, it goes through to wetland.
Yeah.
We just made
Oh,
the
okay.
English
Right.
changes,
Dividing it
okay?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yep,
Okay, you got it, Cindy.
Yep.
Now, C becomes, on slopes of greater than 20%, the road and the driveway setback shall be increased by 10 feet horizontal distance for each 5% increase in slope above 20%. 5 should be the number 5. And that
No.
becomes C.
anything less than 10 gets the number written out.
Oh,
Anything-
sorry.
Yeah, but that was Kyle's thing,
Okay,
okay?
okay. Okay, I don't do it that way, but that's fine.
I know.
All right. This
Okay.
is section I.
So then, and then finally, D becomes section I.
Is it I or is it 1?
I think it's,
Get your beat.
That was another part of that.
I think that's an I.
section I,
He's talking about approaches to water
L,
crossings.
M. Section I, individual private campsites.
Yeah.
How about,
That was the other part of that that I
how
was
about, that becomes
about.
D, and we say section I, an open parenthesis, put down individual private campsites. So it's very clear.
But how does that?
And close
go with the rest
parentheses.
of it? Does not apply to approaches to water crossings.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
To
So I have-
roads or driveways that provide access to permitted structure and facilities located nearer to the shoreline or tributary stream due to any operational necessity, including temporary docks for recreational use.
So I have something a little, that's already written, that could be written out a lot easier.
Yeah,
So basically what it'd be is,
It should say.
so we'd say, so we're gonna go 1A, is that what we're doing, as far as the lettering goes?
A, B, and C so far,
Okay.
we've agreed on.
So on A, well, we haven't voted yet. As an alternative, A, minimum setback requirements. All roads and driveways must maintain a horizontal distance from the normal high water line. With a subsection, great ponds, minimum 1 foot setback, other water bodies and wetlands, minimum 75-foot setback. 2, exceptions in planning board review. If no reasonable alternative exists, the planning board may authorize a reduced setback. Absolute minimum, no road or driveway may be closer than 50 feet to the water. Proof of protection, the applicant must demonstrate they will use specific techniques to prevent water pollution, in parentheses, sedimentation. 3, erosion, required erosion and sediment controls to protect water quality. Developers must implement effective draining solutions such as settling basins to catch filter runoff, ditch relief culverts to manage water flow, turnouts, strategically placed direct runoff from the water body or wetland. These standards are based on Maine Shoreline Zoning Act.
Question, what are you using for AI there?
I'm using,
Well, that's,
Grok,
the problem is that just got us through A and B,
and then we'd add another, right?
yeah. And
Maria
and you were
just wants
using one,
the
which you
town
can't
to
use, you have
No,
to
no, I'm gonna
use.
use A,
Yeah,
and it's just a
right.
formatting
Copilot?
thing.
Copilot.
Yeah, Copilot would be able
This is
to
all
type
of
it in.
section K1.
Yeah.
I think it's supposed to say section 1, section 1. In other words, this, it must follow these rules except for the portion of the road, blah, blah, blah. It does
Yeah.
not apply to approaches of water crossings.
Yep,
It's referring to itself, to that
Right.
section.
right, that's what I was.
I think it is 1, not I.
Yeah.
Not I?
One.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 1.
Yeah.
So how, so we should say, then
K1. we
Well,
wrote up-
K1,
Yeah,
so K1, K2, and K3.
Right,
K1,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, it should be separated into 3 parts. from what I'm seeing.
You've already got a 2 and a 3 though.
Well, you know what, it's really what it's saying, though. These
K1,
are non-conforming.
1A, 1B, 1C.
It does not apply to approaches to water crossings nor to roads or driveways that provide access to permitted structure. So if you have access to a permitted structure, it's essentially been permitted already, and thus they're non-conforming, correct?
Yes,
Sounds right.
yeah.
I mean, that's the way I would say it. So it's going back on itself and just saying that if it's non-conforming, then they're grandfathered.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seems so.
So again, it's still 1, not I.
It's still 1.
For both
yeah.
of those places.
And if we want to be specific, we say this section, K1,
And then it goes
Section
down
K1.
2, 3.
So put K-1,
yeah,
not just 1.
Okay, dot 1,
that way it's clear.
whatever.
Yeah.
It's either dash or dot, I don't know what your formatting is, but,
Dash.
so back to your
K1.
rewording there.
Well, I think this section, you can say section K1,
You have
and
an A and a B and a C.
instead of A, B, and C, we used,
No, we could get the A, B, and C in there,
That's
that makes
fine.
sense.
That's the right,
Yeah.
Okay.
because you got it down below under 7.
okay, then go with that.
Under 7, you got A, B,
A,
C.
B, and
so,
C, D,
yeah.
And then just put D is
Oh.
section K1 does not apply to approaches.
Mhm.
I was looking at the wrong one, I was looking at the one with nothing on the back of it. So
Access to
that would make sense why my whole thing was confused. I was like, oh, it defines it all out.
Yeah, so start D with section 1, and, or K1, call it section
Yeah.
K1, and just leave the wording the way it is.
Yeah.
Yep,
I mean, it's convoluted wording to say that it's not, that it's previously permitted, non-conforming.
It's also a government document.
so this goes all the way to 8,
Which
okay.
is meant to, which is meant to obfuscate and confuse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I think, so that's a motion,
Yes.
second.
Any other comments? All those in favor? Unanimous.
Any more, Ben?
That's all I had, other than she already got the, most of the other stuff was grammatical and formatting.
So what about
I got
Kyle's
one,
stuff?
I got one thing about,
Yeah,
right down below on 4,
yeah.
you know, we were on, it says, road and driveway banks shall be no steeper than slope, da-da-da. Control contained in Article 5.8. 5.8 is signs. So I'm not quite sure what that has to do.
Well, can I ask you a question? Well, how about this,
5.2Q.
to an engineer?
5.2Q?
5.2.
Oh, you guys, maybe I'm using my old one. Did you change that already?
Can I make, number 4.
Gave everybody
Road
one.
and driveway
You did,
bank
right.
shall be no steeper than a slope of 2 horizontal to 1 vertical. What grade is that? Come on, Ben, this is you.
2 to 1.
2 to 1.
Yeah, what percentage is that? You guys are the engineers.
200%.
No, it's a grade, it's a degree.
Well, degree that you gotta do your changing, arc changing.
Yeah.
Well, 1 to 1's a 45.
Yeah.
You know that.
So is that 30 degrees, 2 to 1?
There should be 22 and a half.
2 to 1 will be
Okay.
a 30. That's correct.
2 to 1 is 30.
Yeah.
So may I make a suggestion, we just say 30 degrees and not go 2 horizontal to 1 vertical?
Yeah, I think it'd be better understood.
Nathan?
I'm gonna disagree and say it's 45.
Oh, it is, what is,
It's gotta
What
be
is
half a 90.
somebody want to ask? I don't know what it is.
On it.
No, 45 is 1 to 1, right?
Well,
Or is
no,
90?
90 is 1 to
45 and 90?
45 is
So it has to be half a 90.
45 and 90 is,
So it'll
well,
be 22.5.
22 and a half is what I guessed.
Yeah.
Okay.
90 is 1 to 1.
Because, yeah, 30 degrees is, it's
we're
half
talking
of the
slope, though.
hypotenuse, not half.
yes.
Nah,
22 and a half.
hypotenuse.
I'm just
There was a 2
suggesting,
in there somewhere.
it's sort of like, it's obtuse to say, 2 horizontal to 1 vertical.
Angle of acclimation is 26.
Like rise over run, you know, the standard's what, 7 to 11 current stairs, right? So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
It's 22 and a half.
So you want to just change that to a slope of 22 and a half degrees rather than 2 horizontal?
26.57.
I don't know what you guys talking about.
A 2 to 1 slope is approximately 26.57 degrees. This is calculating by finding the inverse tangent.
Or we can just leave it 2 to 1.
2 to 1
Hey,
is, yeah, I mean, like
Okay,
a 412 root pitch.
Yeah.
2 to
If we're
1
not
is
sure,
very
let's
common,
leave it at
like-
If you're dealing with somebody
That's what
who's
you're
doing a
saying.
road,
You're saying tangent.
this isn't somebody out there with a pick and a shovel trying to figure out with a
Okay.
protractor.
So we leave it at 2?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to make it easier by saying the degree. What?
I think leave it 2 to 1.
Leader 1?
Yeah,
Fine.
yeah.
Okay, what about
Yeah.
Kyle's stuff now?
Okay. Kyle's again was more grammatical.
It's all grammatical.
Yeah,
So you got all that incorporated, you think?
yes, that's all done.
Okay, so if Kyle's is all grammatical,
Bill's got,
Bill had one.
I got a couple.
oh, wow. Go on.
Okay, Article 1, General 1.3, Basic Requirements.
Page.
Well, in the new, it should be 4. I'm looking at my new one, because I'm looking at my old one. It's
Page
on my notes.
4. Okay, fire away.
A building permit is not required if the project is normal maintenance as defined. We're good. A building permit is also not required if the project enlarges the existing volume of the structure and the project is not normal maintenance and does not expand the volume footprint of the structure as defined. That doesn't make sense to me.
No, I thought we were struck that out.
Okay, let me read you what it is with our strikeouts. A building permit is not required if the project is normal maintenance as defined. A building permit is also not required if the project enlarges the existing volume of the structure and the project is not normal maintenance, or if the project does not expand footprint of the structure as defined.
The only problem is, on that one, I thought we were getting rid of volume.
We've
That's
done
it.
For shoreline.
No, you said, well, no, you,
expand the footprint of the structure.
I thought you said volume in there.
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
probably
yes, you
did.
did.
You did, you said
Line
volume
line
somewhere.
2,
Oh, up here. The
existing
existing
volume.
volume of
Yeah.
the structure.
Right.
So is that gonna be changed to footprint of the structure?
No, it's also not required if it enlarges volume, because volume's not the issue anymore. But then it should say, but, or and does not of the project. And
Yeah,
does
right.
not expand the footprint of the structure as defined.
That's confusing.
Wait a
It
second,
is
though.
confusing.
It is confusing.
Yeah, I read it and I'm like, what are we saying there? I don't know.
So change the volume, the second volume to footprint.
That, you do have that lined out in footprint on the
There
second.
would be
but it
one if
doesn't
you're
say, or if the
changing the
project.
footprint.
You know why they have volume in there, though? If you don't, what if you don't change the footprint, but you decide to go up one story? That's why they're defining footprint is there.
But
It was
that's
a nice
also why they got
feature
rid of
in
it in
Wilton.
shoreline zone.
But
Yeah,
it was complicated in the shoreland.
Yeah.
Because the state got rid of volume
Yeah.
entirely. And it was all about that drip edge in the
right, the drip
area.
edge, yeah.
And so we were trying to kind of follow the state there, but to a certain extent, for requiring a building permit, it's maybe not a bad idea to have it if you're expanding the volume.
But we've got
If you're
volume
going
in
up
that.
a floor, you
Yeah.
really should.
You
Right,
should.
and because in the shoreland, that's where people are gonna try to get away with it,
Yes,
not
As
in
we've
residential
seen.
one.
yeah.
Well, let's read what it says here. The building permit is also not required if the project enlarges the existing volume of the structure and the project is not normal maintenance. That's kind of,
No, that's wrong.
That's
That's
sort
what
of
it says,
wrong.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
That's
should-
what I'm saying.
We should change it, yeah.
Yeah.
that's the
Okay.
point.
It says it's not required,
Oh, you don't
and then it
need
says
one
not
at all.
required again
This
if you're doing this,
isn't
I'm like,
J.
wait a minute.
So how do you want it to say? What's your,
Let's take out not required
okay,
and put just required.
Yeah. Or a building permit may be required, you know, or if it,
A building
Okay,
permit
how
says-
about
That's
area?
covered in B.
how, okay.
yeah.
How about after structure period? We say, a building permit is required if the floor area or volume of a structure is expanded,
Yes.
period.
Well, I
Because
mean-
you're basically changing the footprint, in my opinion.
But A is, should be, I mean, A could be, a building permit is not required if the project is normal maintenance as defined.
Period.
Period. B, a building permit is required if
Yeah,
the project is
there.
not normal maintenance
Thank you, yes.
and
Yeah.
enlarges the footprint of the existing building.
Okay,
Much
so you get rid of the rest.
So I mean, I'm like,
Right.
yeah, number one was like contradicted itself.
Yeah.
And
Is there a definition of normal maintenance somewhere in there?
there is a definition of footprint.
How about normal maintenance? 'Cause what would be considered normal
Oh,
maintenance?
boy.
That's, I mean, that is a problem though.
To me, normal maintenance is like,
Roof.
Repairing
Normal
what is there.
maintenance.
Yeah.
Structural,
Thank you.
page 74.
There we go.
74, I got it on 74.
Structural repairs that do not enlarge the existing footprint or volume of the structure.
Right,
So get
And then it
rid,
goes on.
so get rid of everything after as defined.
fine,
Yeah,
Okay.
as defined, yeah.
Bill?
yeah.
Oh, I'm
Is that a good
good.
idea?
You good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah,
motion.
take it out.
If I can read it and make sense, that's what we're shooting for.
Yeah,
But in normal maintenance, we also say volume.
so leave volume.
Well, there wouldn't be anything after that, would there?
No, there's nothing
Right,
after
nothing
as
after.
defined.
After
We're
that,
just gonna
after the
say as
three.
defined.
Well, you're saying definitions, in our actual definitions in the back.
Correct.
He's saying volume is included, so. I-
Well, what it, in there, in what it says, structural repairs
Did
that
you
do
get that?
not enlarge the existing
did you get it?
footprint
Just
or
strike all the rest
volume
of
of
it,
the
yeah.
structure.
Yeah.
Right, so if you're staying within your
I
walls,
think that
that's what
should
it
stay
says.
the way it's written.
Yeah, you see,
Yeah.
because what happens if you have a structure and the roof leaks, and the person's, they said, oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna raise the roof by 3 feet to stop the leakage. So you're really increasing the volume at that point,
Yep.
but not the footprint.
Correct.
Correct. That's what I'm saying, you could build up that.
Yeah,
If it's not living space, I don't know if that falls in.
Well, I mean, I could trade, mine's a good example, my house had a ranch, right, so I'm walking, right, I had to change my roof, I could have decided to go up like 4 feet and then built a stairway inside and you have a whole, like, game room upstairs instead of in my basement without getting a permit and increasing my volume to a whole second floor. 'Cause it's not that far to push my roof up to a second
But
floor.
your footprint hasn't enlarged. No,
Exactly.
Volume has.
Right, that's what we're discussing,
Yeah.
yeah, so, that, I mean, you probably wanna have somebody, some permit.
I don't
for
see
that.
I don't see any problems leaving volume.
Me
I don't either.
No, that's what I'm agreeing.
Leave the vol, I think leave the volume. You know, the state made all these changes, and really, it's, none of it's really worked all that well. I mean, you know, it was all to increase housing, you know, just like the little houses, and they found that it really hasn't increased the supply of housing. But it's taken away the autonomy of the local government to do what they feel is appropriate for their town.
So in B,
Yeah.
it says a building permit is required if the project is not normal maintenance and if the project either, and lists two options, but the second option we
One or
deleted.
two.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's just
So we should.
If the
put-
project enlarges the footprint of
and what
the
I've got
existing
penciled
building, yeah,
out is
it
we
doesn't need
did-
to have the numbers anymore.
How about just say
Well,
enlarges the
period.
footprint or increases the volume,
Right,
I just,
period.
footprint of the existing building, or, yeah.
put the
Well, no,
enlarged,
you could add a whole second story and you're not
Increasing the footprint.
Right.
So
So
let's,
you should, we
Yeah.
should include volume.
Volume.
right,
Yeah. And I've got it
Okay,
marked
so
off,
leave it
we
as
have a
1 and 2,
period
but
right
cross
after
out the
volume
rest
and
of
then.
Well, we
The way
crossed
this
out
is-
two.
Well, they wanna put volume back in,
Yeah.
because of the second
Existing
floor
I'll just
issue.
put it in as
The
number
way
one.
this is
Enlarges
worded,
the
Keith
volume
could
or
raise his
footprint
house
of
up
the
to
existing building.
35 feet.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
yeah, that makes
Don't
sense.
tell us.
so we
I
could
see
just
what
make
you're
it
saying,
say B,
yeah.
hold on, I got an idea. If we go, get rid of 1 and 2, a building permit is required if the project is not more normal maintenance, and a, comma, and then say enlarges volume, however you say that, you know what I mean? Put 1 and 2 right in the B and get rid of 1 and 2, like the
Yeah,
footprint
we
and
get rid
volume.
of 1 and 2.
How
It would
about,
be-
so built, is not
That's how she
required,
has it.
is required
Getting
if
rid
the
of the
project is
numbers.
not normal maintenance,
Either enlarges the footprint or the
Period.
volume.
Or volume of the existing building,
yeah.
Period.
period.
If it enlarges the footprint or volume of the.
So for A, we said get rid of everything after as defined, and B, we just reworded.
Yes.
Yes.
Anything else, Paul?
With that one? Nope.
Any others?
Well, do we need a motion for this one?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
I was gonna
yes.
say,
So moved.
can't move on to this,
Seconded.
we're done with that one.
Moved and seconded. Any other comments or questions? All those in favor? Unanimous.
Okay, this one's a little bit spread out, but.
What page?
Article 2, non-conforming, 2.3, I'm using my old one, but it says 3, so.
Yep.
Reconstruction or replacement, this is all
okay, so article,
non-conforming.
you're talking about page 10 then, are we correct?
Page 9.
9 or,
9.
yeah. It's mine, like,
reconstruction,
I'm using my
okay.
old one, 'cause it's where my notes are, guys.
2.3,
Reconstruction or replacement, should be the,
Bottom of
C3.
page 9, Cindy.
2.3 C3.
Right there.
3C,
C3.
C3.
3.
Yep.
Three.
from that.
Construction and replacement, yeah.
Okay.
Reconstruction or replacements,
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
page 9,
Yep.
the bottom of page 9.
there.
So we're talking about reconstruction or replacement of a non-conforming building. Now, I'm gonna compare that to
What's on the old?
D2, resumption prohibited. And I'm gonna read the first sentence and of the first paragraph, okay? It says reconstruction or replacement. Any non-conforming structure which is removed or which is damaged or destroyed, regardless of cause, by more than 50% of the market value of the structure, before such removal damage may be reconstructed or replaced. Right there, that's on that. Basically, I'm comparing this, and it gives you you may be able to resume use of that within 18 months, okay? That's my point. However, you could have the same situation,
And now you're limited to 1 year.
now the resumption prohibited says, a lot, building, or structure, which is what we just got done talking about, in or which is a non-conforming use is discontinued for a period exceeding 1 year.
Is that 1 year after the year and a half?
No, and then it goes on to say, then you can get extension up to a 1 year. So my problem is, I can have the same building, have the same problem. Over here, resumption prohibited 1 year. Over here, resumption of use, 18 months. So if I have say a camp that's non-conforming, because it literally says, of any cause.
Okay, okay,
The
And
intent
it
of
goes
the
on-
18 months was if you're rebuilding, your reconstruction.
Right, but it literally says regardless of any cause, resumption of prohibited, a lot, building, or structure in or which a non-conforming use has discontinued for a period of time. If a tree falls through my camp, I'm not using it. You're not using it for a period of a certain time, right? Because over here it just says for any cause.
Okay, I see the first part, you said, what page you on?
Page 11, resumption of
it
prohibited,
goes, it's
Okay.
between
Item
9,
two.
9, 10, and 11.
It's on number 11.
D2.
And the new
yeah.
one.
Under
Yeah.
non-conforming versus under, well, it is.
Non-conforming, it's
Oh,
all.
you
It's
know
all
what,
under
you know what,
non-conforming,
I think the
sorry.
answer, wait a second.
2.3.
No, you know what, I think I see it.
It's necessary.
Okay, not, first they're talking about non-conforming structure, But then what you're using, on D, outside of the shoreland zone. So outside of the shoreland zone, they're allowing you 18 months. But inside the shoreland zone, they're only allowing you 1 year.
Yeah, because the whole goal is to make it more compliant
Right.
in shoreline zone.
Like with the state, which would be the
With the
1
state,
year.
yes.
Well, when does,
Now I see, okay.
where does
I
that
see
say
what you're
anything about shoreline? That's where I'm confused.
Well, it's non-conforming.
Okay.
That's non-conforming uses is D.
Well, C1A
non-conforming
in
structure.
shoreland zoning. So I think they're talking, they get into more shoreland zoning. And this is the out for shoreland zoning, such as a guy's trailer burns on Route 2. He has now 18 months.
Yeah.
Because he's
Okay,
not
so
in-
once-
Oh,
once
usually
in
outside.
and out.
Right, but if you're in shoreland zoning, you got 1 year.
Okay,
Okay. that-
all right, I just wanted to make sure we were all set.
Yeah.
All right, good point.
Now, even in shoreline zoning, I think the 30%, after that 1 year, if they're 30%, they don't need an extension, right, Charlie?
What, for expansion?
No, for reconstruction,
If
right?
they've started the
Yes.
reconstruction and done 30%.
Yeah, then you would,
I think if you push the issue, you'd end up with problems.
Yeah.
You'd have a hard time enforcing.
forcing it.
Yeah, in my mind, I could be wrong.
Yeah.
That's all I had for anything, as far as other than grammatical, and I've already gone over that with Cindy. Mine was fairly straightforward, it's mostly ordinances and all that kind of stuff. You know, like,
Interpretation.
well, a lot of it's, you know, like, what gives us the right to do this and make the, you know, self-determination, all that, it's all in there, so.
So is there any other changes? If none, then I make a motion that we approve the changes to the Town of Wilton planning ordinances as stated, and that we, in 2 weeks, or whatever, how many more weeks we have to do it, hold a public hearing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Second
Gotta go
that.
to the lawyer, right?
It has to go to the lawyer. So how about this, that we'll hold the public hearing 2 weeks after it comes back from the lawyer?
Right, will that give you time to put this all?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's not that many more changes left. Yeah, that
Yeah.
won't take me no time at all
Good.
to do.
So whenever it comes back from the lawyer,
It all depends on how quick they can get it.
I realize that, no, so once it comes back from the lawyer, we hold
Public hearing.
the public hearing, utilizing the 2-week notice.
Where do
Yes.
the selectmen fit in there?
it goes to
After,
them.
public hearing,
After the attorney.
public
Oh,
hearing,
after the
we have to
public
vote
hearing.
on it again.
Okay,
Correct.
We have the public hearing, we vote on it again, and that passes it on to the select board.
gotcha.
So when does,
Right.
how close are we to the deadline?
We're close, it's got to go to the attorney.
I was gonna say,
Tonight.
I thought March was
Right.
dead.
Right, I just want to make sure we have enough time to, because if the select board has an
No,
issue.
we don't. It's
Right.
got to go to the attorney, we have to give the select board time to look at it.
Right.
But do we want it to go, am I right in assuming, after we get it back, public hearing with us, and then it goes to the select
Yes,
board?
public hearing, or another vote by us, and then to the select board.
With a time limit.
Yeah, it should be
Yes.
fine, the select board, we should be within we still got 2 months.
Yeah, with the time limit to the select board.
Right.
And if it
We have a
passes,
deadline.
if it passes the attorney, and
It
any
should be
members
much smoother.
from the select board want changes, we have to really discuss that before we agree to it.
That may, yeah.
Why can't the select board see this before we give it to the attorney?
Cause it may not be the, but
Talk
the.
to Maria
Because you know
about
why,
that.
because somebody will say, but it hasn't gone to a public hearing yet, why are we looking at it?
But
Well,
if they
yeah,
have changes after
talk
the
to
fact.
Maria about it, she might be willing to, you know, hey,
Yeah.
they both see it.
If she's willing, fine, I mean, great,
We don't have
sure.
any problem with it, yeah.
We want to pass this year,
Yeah.
period.
Right.
Right, but I don't want to be held up by more changes.
Right.
Yeah,
The
we're,
lawyer
I think we have to
review.
do it based on what is
I
at
don't
this
think
point.
that they're gonna, that the select board only got us on the first time on the, synapse. Synapse? No, maybe not
Synapse would be a
synapse.
convention.
No, synapse, not the synapse, the structure.
Syntax.
Syntax, syntax.
I never
No
understood what
synapses
the hell
between
it
the
was
neurons.
anyway.
Syntax, so
What's this?
they didn't come and say, oh, we don't like
Distributed.
18 months or 12 months or 100 feet or whatever. They just said, you know,
Didn't like
there's
the formatting.
there's formatted mistakes.
Yeah. So I think lawyer and public.
So I think
Okay, so we have a
Marie's-
motion,
Second that.
right?
Well,
Yes.
let me make a new motion, let's restate the motion. That, I make a motion that we pass the changes to the Town of Wilton zoning ordinance for 2026. That's one. Two, that we then forward this to the attorney, town attorney, and that once returned from the town attorney, well, if this changes, if the town attorney wants to change this, we have to look at it again, then call the public hearing, so just period. But, and I think, so the second part of it would be that if it's okay with the town manager, that this copy be given to members of the select board for comment
Before it goes to the attorney.
at the same
At
time.
the same time.
Same time.
Yeah,
Because
it's fair
at that
all.
point, we would be talking to the town attorney, and we'd be looking at any changes that the select board,
And doing both of them.
at the same time,
Okay,
try to cut it
currently.
back, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, and then if the select board
schedule
takes 2 weeks longer, then it's gotta go back to the attorney.
Well, it depends what the, you know, if the select, yes, it
Well,
does, but if it's only,
Yeah.
if it's only vocabulary or, you know, syntax, it should not have to.
The document's a lot better than what it was.
Oh,
It's a lot, you
thank
can
you,
read
Cindy.
it. Yeah.
I just want to say Cindy did an incredible job,
Yes.
and Bill and Ben
Oh,
and
yeah.
Kyle
Yeah.
really
They
Collaborate.
really went through it with the fine.
seriously good job.
What's the motion?
So the motion is that we send that we approve the document, that it goes to the town attorney, and that we ask the town manager if she will forward it to the select board for their commentary and review.
I'll
But,
second that.
but it's
Oh, yeah, I
like
got
Mike
that.
pointed out, one of the members may say, well, it hasn't gone to the attorney yet.
Well, you could say that, and
It's
then,
on its way.
It's on its way, yes.
Right.
Concurrent.
Yeah, we're running it concurrent because the time
Parallel
restrictions.
path.
Yeah.
Do we have a second?
We do.
Yeah.
Okay, any other comments? All those in favor? Unanimous.
any other new business?
No,
Future business?
That is new business.
no.
Okay,
No,
make
not
a
at
motion
this
to
time.
adjourn.